Hello there, everybody. This is Cholera, and I'm here with Rise. We're casting the semifinals of the Lost Saga MSL 2009. This was played March 12th, 2009, just a day ago, and this is going to be a Zerg versus Zerg between Mensol Zero and Luxury. Zero having defeated none other than Savior, even though it is 2009 and he's moved on for the first time in his relatively short career this far in the Star Leagues, and Luxury having defeated the formidable Lita is now here in the semifinals, looking also for his first title, although he's certainly tasted the semifinals before. Rise, what do we have in store today?
I think we are going to have a great game to watch here. I think both these players are very top-notch Zergs. I mean, Luxury definitely at the top, especially in ZVZ play. And Mental Zero, he's okay. He's exactly 50%. So, I mean, really, that's a pretty good record for a mirror match anyway. It's his highest matchup record. So I can only expect that we probably will get some good games out of here. And, I mean, we're going to start off on a fun map to watch, Byzantium II. We got the inverted ramp thing going on. We've seen some really cool strategies. This is one of the maps where I saw players going for maybe it was Luxury. I can't remember if it was Luxury or his brother Yellow that were going for the gas before pool build on this map and had a lot of success with it. Mental Zero, though, I've seen the last ZVZ games that I watched him do, he actually lost. I don't even remember who it was to, but so I wonder if maybe Luxury's ZVZ right now is a little better than Mental's. I think it's better to begin with, but I just in terms of recent record history, although I'd have to double check to really verify that. Anyway, it looks like we got the white Zerg, who is going to be Mental Zero, starting off in the bottom left-hand corner, which means Luxury. The other Zerg player, again, this is a ZVZ, in the bottom right corner. So, Cholera, you think we're going to see any wacky ZVZ builds here? Maybe some 5-pool action or something crazy?
I wish, but 5-pool actually is a horrible build, ZVZ, unless your opponent doesn't scout it and has gone something like 12 hatch, or 12 pools sometimes, I guess, would be pretty bad against it. But, you know, 5-pool, I have not seen in Zerg versus Zerg pretty much ever in pro play. Anyway, yeah, I guess. Calm is the person who beat Zero, by the way, recently. We casted that game in the Pro League a couple of days ago, and Zero actually lost by a pretty big margin in that game, I felt. I felt that he just was outplayed by Calm, so that might not bode too well for him. And, you know, I do expect Luxury possibly to be going for that gas first build. I think it was actually his twin brother, Yellow Arnak, who we've been seeing doing that recently. And here we're going to see the 9-pool from the Zerg player Zero. Mensol Zero, of course, plays on Wujin Stars. He's another decent player on their team, but you know, he really has, he's really, you know, shined very, very much this MSL, I gotta say. Even if he loses here to Luxury, he managed to beat Bisu in the round of 32. You know, he was part of the reason why Bisu was knocked out of the MSL. And then, you know, he made it through Savior later on in the round of 8. And Savior, while he did play some pretty strange games, you know, he went for 12 hatch a little bit too much. You know, he certainly was a very good player and still is. Anyway, we were seeing it looks like some kind of 10 pool. I would call it an overpool, but I think it was like some kind of, I think he got one more drone after his overpool was done and then put down after his overlord was done, then put down his pool. It doesn't matter though. I think Luxury should be okay against Zerglings unless there's some kind of early Ling pressure, in which case he might not be okay.
Well, I think he might have been okay, except for the fact that he's going for this right after that pool. So now he may actually be in a little bit of trouble, because that 9 pool means that we are going to see Lings right now and a Lair Tech going up as well. So this is going to be a pretty crazy, very fast-paced game. And, I mean, really, Zero may be putting himself in a very good position here early on. Before I forget, I got to give a shout-out to Bazy. I have been forgetting this for like the past 20 games I've done. He wanted to shout out to He or something like that, or He. Sorry if I said that wrong. But Bazy does. Osuki. Beatty does a ton for
awesome.
our community, and so I just wanted, I had to give him that shout out. Anyone else ask me for a shout out? You will not get it, so don't even bother asking. Anyway, we are going to see Mental going to attack that hatchery early on, but we are going to see Lings coming out for Luxury. So Luxury, canceling the hatchery completely. It looks like he's going to be able to block this at the bottom of his ramp, though. So Luxury probably going to be okay. He's now switching to Lair Tech. I don't know how quickly he got that after Mental Zero did, but I can only imagine that he's a little bit behind because he spent the money on the hatchery instead. So Mental Zero, either way, I still think he's got an advantage. He made Luxury invest those minerals only to completely get rid of them. And wow, look at that. We got a 65% towards Luxury winning this versus 35% for Mental Zero. So I think the crowd feels a lot like we do based on statistics and just level of play that we see from these players. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
This is definitely interesting. Normally, we never ever see Zergs cancel their natural expansion, even when they are scouted and even when they're under attack. They usually just try to absorb the attack and win from there on, or they just lose instantly, like Savior does quite often. But I actually do like seeing some flexibility here from Luxury. He's a guy who can adapt, and I actually don't think he'll be that far behind. He might be in a little bit of trouble right in the beginning, but that Spire isn't that much quicker. But look at this. Mental Zero is now the one planting his hatchery down. So the problem is for Luxury is that he's not going to have a second hatchery really early enough to put on a lot of Ling pressure. He will be able to get more Lings, maybe like 6 more Lings with his second hatchery up a little bit earlier, but I just don't know if that's going to be enough to counteract the fact that he did have to lose the 75 minerals by canceling, and he's gonna have a later air game here than Mental Zero.
Not only that, Mental Zero's... Oh, look at that! Nice little drone throw. 2 drones. He's going to be able to do a pretty good job of breaking out. But no, actually, Mental Zero's still taking out a good amount of Lings before those go down. So now Luxury is going to try to push this little bit of an advantage he has. He's probably going to head all the way over to Mental Zero's base and do what damage he can. And he does have a significant amount of Lings. But the question is, will those mutas come out in time? We even see a sunken colony going down inside Mental Zero's base. So he is getting ready for this. He knows that he's going to have a tough time defending against this. And he may lose a lot of drones if he's not careful, but it looks like he is going to allow that hatchery to complete. And the Muta are out, so they are going to start hitting on those Lings right away. Luxury going to split them apart, see if he can just try to distract them a little bit, split his focus a little bit. It looks like it wasn't going to work. That Sunken is now there, and this is going to be really bad for Luxury. He's going to lose every single Ling. He's not even going to take out 1 drone. And now Luxury, I don't think Luxury can come back from this because he's so far behind in tech, hatcheries, units, everything. I don't think he can do it at this point. I think that was a win right there.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to have the Muta and Scourge micro of his life to be able to, you know, come back from this rather significant deficit right now. And it's only going to get bigger as this game goes on, because obviously we do have an expansion here for Zero. Luxury, I am so surprised. He is usually such a careful player. He doesn't throw away units like that usually. I don't know what that was going in for the main. Maybe he didn't see that Sunken Colony there. I mean, there's no way he could have seen it, but the moment he saw it with his Lings, he shouldn't have gone in for that. That was a waste of 6 Lings right there. They did nothing. Looks like he's going to be able to take down an Overlord, though. That's pretty significant. We'll have to see, though. You know, I think those Lings might have been better off just attacking the natural hatchery, putting in maybe like 500-600 points of damage, and later on he'd be able to pick it off with something else. I don't know. That's just me, though. And here we're going to see the air battle. Looks like 1 Scourge lands on Luxury's forces, but Zero is the one on the run. Luxury landing 1 Scourge, managing to pick off another Scourge. He's got more Scourge coming in, and Zero has not made any... Oh my god, Zero is not clumping his mutas together. He could be in big trouble in this first air engagement. Luxury's just too good.
Man. Crazy Muta micro from Luxury, and Ling's going in the base. He's doing the double-double. He's got the ground and the air going at the same time. Menzel's not really sure where he should defend, and Luxury has the opportunity to attack on 2 fronts at this point, and really, he's taking out drones and doing damage, getting himself back inside this game, and I don't know who's got more Muta because it's very tough to tell. Oh, definitely more Muta for Luxury. You look at the shadows under it, you can just see they're really clumped in. Mental Zero is going to lose this game. He's got nothing left. He's going to do maybe take out 1 more Muta, and that's going to be GG right there.
What? Oh my god, I gotta say, this is not boding well for this best of 5 series. GG coming from Zero.
GG.
Rise, because if he couldn't win this game, how is he gonna have a chance in the later games when Luxury doesn't start off as badly off as he was in this game? Yeah.
That was ridiculous. He had the game. I thought it was over. I was waiting for Luxury
Oh,
to GG,
God.
but no. Luxury drinking his piss water, and he's ready to go on to the next match. So you know what? Why don't we just get right to it?
Wow, Zero, hang your head in shame. Some more. All right, we'll be moving on in game 2. Let's see if Zero pulls himself together and does better.